start this tutorial by placing 2 oak wood planks with a 2 block gap in between them. We are then going to build up on these 2 oak wood plank blocks by 2 blocks each, like so, and then just join them across the top. As you guys can see, we've built a small arch. Then what we are going to do is we are going to add 1 block on this side, 1 sort of pillar. So then we add up this pillar like so. So that's 3 blocks. And what we are going to do again is we're going to add up a second pillar on this side. So that's another 3 blocks. So as you guys can see that now we've added our doorway. So all we need to do on the top of this, we're going to add a layer of quartz along the top like so. And then we're going to add an additional layer sticking across so it creates a shadow underneath. Then what we need to do here is we need to get our grey wall, and we need to start on this block right here next to the wooden planks and build up by 9 blocks in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what we're going to do is build out that pillar again all the way to the same height, and then build out that pillar one more time for the 3rd time, creating a 3 thick row, as you guys can see. And there we have that. So now what we need to do is we need to build up across 2 blocks from the original grey pillar. So 1, 2. Then build up these 2 pillars to the same height as this, as you guys can see. Just going to build that all the way up to the same height and all the way up to the same height. Then what we're going to do is on every other block for this grey pillar, we're just going to destroy the actual block. So as you guys can see, we're not going to start here. We're going to start on this block here, destroy it, go to the other one, destroy it, go to the other one, destroy it, go to the other one, destroy it. And if you've done it correctly, you should have this design and you should have 4 holes. So what we need to do now is we need to come over to this side and we need to add ourselves 2 blocks like so. 1, 2, just on the outside, just to make sure that the design can curve round when we need to do the rest of the build. So all we need to do now is we need to add ourselves 4 blocks on this point here and add 4 blocks on that point there as well. So we're going to go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then with this now, we're going to take this point all the way across until it joins up with this point over here. So just use your quartz and take it all the way across until it joins up with the grey wall, and do the same with the second pillar, as you guys can see. Apologize for placing that block wrong, but yeah, there we go. So all we need to do now is we need to go behind this grey pillar and we need to place blocks of grey wool. We could either place blocks of grey wool in between them or just build up a straight pillar. So now what we want to do is you want to add 2 more pillars right behind the original grey pillar here, and make sure that these are the same height as the rest of the blocks, so like that. So in total what we could have is a 9x9, a 3x3 block pillar, but in fact we don't fill in the back one. Well, we do fill in the back one, but we don't fill it in just yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to count across from the middle point here, and by the middle point I mean this, well, not the middle point actually, my bad, this back point right here. We're going to place 2 glass panes, then we're going to place a block of quartz. Then with this block of quartz, you're going to want to build up by 8 blocks, and this includes the already placed block. So there's already 1, so that's then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you join this across by placing 2 quartz blocks, and then you have that design. And with the pillars, with the glass panes, my mistake, I mean build all the way up on the side and build all the way up on this side, and it just fills it in for a nice design, as you guys can see there. So that is that window taken care of. And then for this window, you just want to come over to here and just fill it in. So by filling it in, you just use your glass panes and just go around and just fill it in. I do apologize for using glass panes in this tutorial. What you can alternatively do is move the house back by 1 block, and I will show you how to do that. So what you guys want to do, if you don't want to use glass panes, which I think might be best advisable for a lot of people, I will show you guys now. You can either use glass panes to fill it out, or what you can do is, I'll show you guys right now, you can come back 1 block here and use glass blocks to fill in the house. So I'll show you the original house and just show you guys. So over here, as you guys can see, we filled it in with glass panes, and as you guys can see, it looks really, really nice. You know, there's no difference. But if you're a glass blocks person, you can just fill that in with blocks. Then when you come over to here, all you need to do is just destroy your glass planes you already placed, and then what you can do is you can just one block behind where you would place your glass planes is just place your glass blocks, and everything will work out nicely. So as you guys can see, there is that side of the tutorial. So all we need to do now is we need to get ourselves to finish the actual back of the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to this point right here, and we're going to take it across by 8 blocks. So we're going to do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 blocks across, and then we're going to do the rest for these blocks here. So we're going to take these across by 8 like so, just by dragging these out. And I do apologize if I did confuse you with the blocks things. I was just saying, you know, it does create a sort of different house design, but you know, if you want to use glass panes, just place the glass planes down normally. If you want to use blocks, just place the blocks one block behind where I told you to place the glass. So there is that. So as we've placed this all across, all we need to do now is this wall here, we need to take it out by 8 blocks as well. So we're going to do that. So we're just going to do that by 8 blocks. So by 8 blocks, we just need to extend it all the way out to the same length as that part, as you guys can see. And then for the roof, we just need to do the same as we did for the second floor. So we're just going to take this all the way and extend it out until this point here, as you guys can see, which is 8 blocks again, I might add. And then we're just going to do that for this part here again. And so now what you want to do, guys, is if you've placed your glass panes, all you need to do is just for the same area as you guys can see over here, what you guys want to do is to fill that in. We're going to need to fill that in, but not just yet. So what we need to do now is we need to get our wood, and we need to use our wood to fill in the bottom area. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wood and we're going to build it across by 7 blocks. So from here we need to go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then just build this row all the way up to the roof until it connects with this part here. So as you guys can see, we're just going to add one layer and then a second layer, and then just splash yourself swiftness just to speed up the build. And then we're going to go across by 5 blocks, so 1 2 3 4 5, then the same again until it joins up with the top. So as you guys can see, it's pretty much reflective. So now all we need to do is build this gray pillar again. So we're going to start by building here and just build 1 2 3 out, go across by 2, back by 2, and then all of these blocks here, as you guys can see, need to be built up by 9 blocks, including the already placed blocks. So that's in total 9. So it's already done 1, so then 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and you can just join these pillars across, but we need to build this up first, like so. And then when we've done this, all we need to do now is take this point over here, join it to the corresponding point over here, take this point, join it to the corresponding point on the back, and then just fill in the top like so. And then what we want to do now is on the back, we also want to poke our hole. So that's 1 on the other block, 1, skip the other block, 1, skip the other block, 1. And then now we just need to add our gray pillar in the back like so. There we have it. And then so now all we need to do is add the rest of this area to fill it in. So what we want to do is we want to get ourselves our quartz, and then we want to come to this point here. So as you guys can see, this is I don't know how to tell you where this point is, so I will just say comes to the bottom, and in the middle of the 2 gray blocks, as you guys can see here, just count across 1 2 and then place a quartz block, then build up that quartz block all the way by 8 blocks. So in total this should count to be 8 blocks. So let me just show you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then just build across by 2. Then just fill this area in with, if you've done the panes way, if you filled it in with the panes, just fill it in with the panes, or if you've done the blocks, just fill it in with the blocks just by placing 1 layer behind you like that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to get our block of quartz, and as you guys can see, with the corresponding sides, we just need to join up this. So I'll show you guys. So just join this point with this point, and then join that point with that point, the same for the top. And then for the wall, we just need to fill that in. So as you guys can see, now that we've finished our house, all that's left to do is add a flooring and add an interior. So for the interior, it is up to you guys what you do with the interior, but I must add that there are 2 ways to go about this. And also guys, don't forget to add your window for the back here. I do apologize for forgetting to add this. So we're just going to add our window with our glass blocks, because I'm just trying out a different and just showing you guys a different method. If you were using panes, you just use your panes on the first layer here and it would still look fine. So this is the blocks version, this, and then as you guys can see over the back there, we have the panes version. So what we need to do now is to get our oak doors and just come inside the house and then place them both on the 2 blocks like that, so they create an indent when you close them. So for the flooring, I would recommend a birch wood flooring, although you can use whatever you want. And then for the interior, so for areas like this, what you guys want to do is just fill it in the grey wall places like that. There we go. And then what you want to do, something that you want to do in here, is I would recommend this. I don't know if you guys want to do this, but I would recommend this because it looks really cool. Is add your block of quartz all the way around the edge of this area here. So just start by placing 3 here, going all the way around the edge like so. And then in this middle area here, just destroy the blocks and then replace this layer with glass like so. So you've got skylight coming in, which is really, really cool. So I'll show you how it looks from the roof. It actually looks really, really nice. As you guys can see, it's just a bit of skylight right there, which adds a lot of natural lighting into your house, and you'd be surprised how cool natural lighting is, and it looks really nice from the inside as well. So for the interior, all we need to do is add glass panes across glass panes. We need to actually firstly add a layer of quartz to it along here. Then we need to add our glass panes all the way along here. Now is the bit where you access the second floor. So as you guys can see, this is the second floor, and the way you want to access this is by 3 choices. So the first of our choices is this corner here. We could build down here, well in fact not that corner, but as you guys can see, a corner. So if we were to come to the underground part here, we would go to a corner here and just build a ladder building up. You could do that and then you know have access. The second way is to get yourself some stairs, and I'll show you guys. Get yourself some quartz stairs, I might add, and just add them around. So 1, 2, 3, second 3, and then 4. So you can add yourself some quartz stairs, and if you are going to add quartz stairs, add 2 layers. So as you guys can see there, I've added quartz stairs, and then just destroy the area to get in like so. So that's the second way I would say to get in. And then the third way is pretty similar to the first way, is just build a pillar of quartz underneath one of the sides, so either that side or that side. Then what you want to do is you want to get yourself your ladder and just add the ladders on this side, and then you've got your entry, and then just add your railing or your glass panes as you want to call it. So as you guys can see, that is the way to access it. So for the flooring, I recommend some birch, and I will show you about the interior. Don't forget to add a pillar of quartz when you're adding your access area. So I'll show you guys the interior. I'm not going to do the interior on cam because the interior is very, very simple. So for the interior, what I have done is I've added a layer of quartz around the edge. I've also added black wool on top of that to give it a surface like feel, but you can still access your stuff, as you guys can see. And I've added some cabinets along the top here, but these, if you guys do add chests here, they won't be accessible as this is a full block and you won't be able to open the chest. So don't add chests above here, even though it would look cool to do so, just don't do it. If you do want to add chests here, I'll show you guys how to do that quickly, because this is actually something cool. So what you guys are going to want to do, get yourself some quartz slabs, get yourselves a chest. If I can find it, where the chests are, I believe on this last block here. So if you want to add some cool chests like some cabinets, place them underneath the block, or the block you're going to place them underneath. Like let's say for example these 2 blocks, we're going to place a double chest. Destroy your chest, get your quartz slab, destroy the 2 above it, place 2 above it again but underneath, and then but on the top layer of quartz, and then just place 2 across like so. And then you can open and use this chest, as you guys can see, and it's actually like a sort of cabinet and stuff like that. So just make sure you add a carpet along here to also, just to make the house look a little bit better. add a sofa because I just added a sofa for the sake of it. Above here added some bookshelves, and we've got 2 beds for a small bedroom. So as you guys can see, I've chosen to add the ladder route in this house because I wanted to keep it small and compact. But if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe guys. There is another modern house tutorial coming very soon that I'm working on, as you guys can see over there. I know it doesn't look like much, but I've already pretty much mapped out the entire house in my head. So guys, it's been Drewsmc. I recorded this one video 3 times just to make it perfect. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like guys and subscribe. And until next time, it's going to be peace from the one and only Drewsmc.